Shalom, Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakal Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And in this lesson, coming back at you with another lesson, and you will see the title up here. NYC migrant day laborers struggle to find American dream. So what you got going on is a lot of these so-called refugees, which are mainly the northern kingdom of the nation of Israel, flocking over here to the Americas to quote unquote get a better life, man, to receive a better life, get a piece of the American pie, man. Which the American dream is a nightmare. That's the reality of it. And as you're gonna see in this video, you got you know many Northern Kingdom Israelites, whether they be from the tribe of so-called Mexicans, Salvadorians, Ecuadorians, so-called, right? Everybody's, coming over here to quote unquote get a better life, man. But you know, what they're realizing is that America ain't got nothing for them. Like I said in a video I did about 2 weeks ago, I seen a post of this so-called, I believe he was Dominican, so-called Dominican man, a Simeonite. He got his first paycheck over here in America, and he was tearing up, man. He was crying. He was kissing the check, and he couldn't believe it, man. So, what tends to happen is that our people, they'll come over here, and when they finally find a job and start making money, they get proud, man. This is why America, Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed and is on its way out, man, because the Most High is tired of the mind state that it has you Israelites in. Because you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites, the true biblical Israelites and Jews, according to the Bible. And it's come out many of times that when the Northern Kingdom comes over here, they tell them not to associate with the Southern Kingdom, which is all a plot and a scheme and an agenda by the so-called white man to keep the tribes divided. They hit, the Northern Kingdom with certain benefits that the so-called Negroes don't get, which will cause that friction to come in between both kingdoms and amongst tribes and so-called and so forth. And the same vice versa, they'll give the Southern Kingdom certain gifts to make the other tribes upset. Like I was looking at a video where in Salakia for the rent, that in California they were trying to pass a bill to give the descendants of slaves, so-called Negroes over here, put a bill into place where they will pay them reparations of upwards of $800 billion, man, in California. And I've heard that before. And when that came out, you had so-called Mexicans saying, what happened to ours? They don't deserve nothing. This is our land, this and that. Which you so-called Mexicans, this ain't been your land since the so-called white man came over here and took it from you, man. You won't come at the person who stripped you of your land and put, the Native Americans, your brothers, so-called Native Americans, in reservations and got your people, drunk out of your minds and homeless and working for them. You won't come at them, but you'll come at your brother for even an idea coming their way about, giving them reparations. So this is all a plot and a twist by the devil, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to keep the tribes divided, because the so-called white man knows that the Negroes, so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites. So he's with this smear campaign, to divide the tribes so that way he can continue to conquer the nation of Israel, man. But back to this story. You got a lot of Northern Kingdom coming over here to find work, to receive a better life, the American dream, man, the American pie, but it's not working out for them, as you're gonna see in this video. So before I play this, Salakia for the rants one more time. I just want to get this. This is Isaiah 31:1. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, man. So the Most High is saying, woe, destruction unto you that come here to America to think that you're gonna increase and enhance and flourish, right? That you're gonna become rich, that you're gonna receive, a substantial amount of success, man. The Most High said, woe unto you that go down to Egypt for help. It says that stay on horses and trust in chariots, right? You trust in the military might, you trust in the power of America, right? It says, because they are many, and the horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, man. Our people not looking for Yahweh Shem Yahushua's help. They want America's help, right? So the Most High said, woe unto you Israelites that think like this, man, that will rather trust in America than trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It says, neither seek the Lord. You ain't seeking the Lord. All you're trying to do is come over here, get some money, get a job, and look down on your brothers, man. Because once you get a job and you start making money, you start looking down on your brothers, right? Try to distance yourself and separate yourself from the so-called Negroes who are your brothers. And the Most High is going to judge all 12 tribes for being that way, man. Right? So, without further ado, I'm going to play this, and we're going to get some scripts, and we're going to, Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect be edified. We're going to figure it out. Shalom.
Since arriving in the city, many asylum seekers are picking up various day jobs in order to make ends meet.
Fox 9's Jessica Formoso caught up with some of them this morning as they waited to be taken to a job site.
Have faith in God and don't give up. Those are the words of Gustavo Tanqueño of Ecuador, who arrived 4 months ago. Every morning since, he stands for hours on the corner of Roosevelt Avenue and 69th Street, along with dozens of migrant day laborers of all ages, waiting for a car.
And you see this, man. This is like this is something they do at the border, man. Or like you trying to find work, because you see them, like when you go to Home Depot, Walmart, you see them in the parking lot, willing to do a job, man. Whether it's to paint, put up a TV, a fan, put an air conditioner in, anything. And granted, these the Northern Kingdom, man, they are some very, very hard workers, man. Right? From the tribes of Issachar on down, man. Right? The so-called Mexicans, Salvadorians, Ecuadorians, Chileans, Native Americans, they are very, very hard workers. And they get it done. I even had some of them brothers come and do some work for me. So, this is just to show you, man, that it's getting real bad in America. How, everybody's fleeing to America because they've been lied to that, this was the place of opportunity, but there's no opportunity here. Not anymore. Ain't no opportunity here. It's hard as hell to get a job here, man. And if you do get it, the hours are low, the pay is low, right? They cutting everything back, man, because believe it or not, America's on the brink of World War III, man, and America's gonna be destroyed, according to Bible prophecy. Let's continue.
Are to pick them up and take them to a job site. Here we see the situation rather hard and we can't get a job. He came in pursuit of the American dream, thinking New York would provide him with what he didn't have back at home, a job. If lucky, he gets picked up twice a week, making $150 a day. He admits there are weeks he goes back empty-handed. Here you really come to learn. You come to learn a trade. You can see the desperation. Once a car pulls up, they all run towards it, hoping today will be the day they will be chosen. We all come to look for work, and sometimes we only get one day, and it's nothing at all, says William Tipan, who arrived 3 months ago, also from Ecuador. He tells us this isn't the American dream he pictured. I thought it wasn't like that. If I knew this, I would have stayed in my own country. In my country, at least, there was some work, very little, but something.
Yeah, and that's what they're thinking now. Like, this is what they're seeing, right? It's hard as hell here in America, man. The people that have been living in America, all this, it's hard for them. So imagine how it's gonna be for so-called migrants, when they come over here. The brother said he gets jobs once a week, sometimes weeks in a hand. He don't get no work, man. Right? So, a lot of these so-called migrants in Northern Kingdom coming over here, this is all Bible prophecy as well, man, because it tells you in Jeremiah 50 and 33 that the children of Israel and the children of Judah will oppress together. And here in America, both kingdoms are being oppressed, man. Right? Both kingdoms are being oppressed. You don't see floods of so-called East Indians or Arabs or so-called white people or Chinese or Japanese waiting like this to get in line for work, man. You don't see this. This is to tell you that these are the children of Israel, man. They are under these curses. Right? Brother said he should have stayed in this country because it's the same thing. Right? He thought this was the land of opportunity. But this is the land of captivity for you Israelites, man. Right? Lamentation, chapter 4, verse 17. And it reads, as for us, our eyes have failed for our vain help. Because it is vanity to believe that you're going to get help here in America, man. Right? It says, in our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us, man. This place can't save you. This place ain't gonna transform your way of living from poor to rich. America's on its way out. America is through, man. And a lot of our people are starting to see that. In the spirit, they are starting to see that this is a complete joke, this country. This is all the works of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Right? So from there, let me get one more and I'm going to play it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 12. And it reads, Egypt shall mourn, right? And the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, right? The workers, right? The ones that built this place up, the ones that are looking for work to keep this place flowing, they're going to mourn. Why? It says, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail which the fearful with a fearful constellation, man. Right? So this place, every work that's done here, all these things that are built up, the Most High is going to destroy in a thermonuclear war, right? By them missiles, them ICBM missiles, man. This is Isaiah 19. Let's see, Salakia. Let me see if this is the one I want. Yeah, 19:14. This is Isaiah 19, verse 14. It says, "And the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof." Right? So this perverse spirit is coming through the so-called white man, right? Which he is contrary to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, right? He's the total opposite. He's wicked. The Most High is perfect and righteous, man. And if we follow Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's ways, we will be perfect and righteous. But what? Our people have adopted a perverse spirit from Esau, Edom, right? It says, "As a drunken man staggereth in his vomit." You ever seen a drunk man? You know, he can't walk straight. He's swaying back and forth. That's what our people are doing. You heard the brother say, believe in God and trust in him. But, you know, here in America, Babylon the Great, they trust in oppression, man. They trust in this perverse society. Verse 15, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt." There's no work here. You coming outside every day for 2 weeks straight and finding no work, man. Looking for a car to pull up to give you a job. Right? It says, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do," man. It ain't gonna be soon. It ain't gonna be no work here. From the littlest job to the biggest job, it's not gonna be any work here, man. Right? Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Let's continue. I got one more. We're going to close out.
Speaking with business owners here in the area, they tell us that this looks a lot different than it did in previous years. A lot more migrants out here looking for work, and not just
Salakia,
just men, but also women. Elena Sanse is one of those women. She arrived from
Salakia. Let me play it back a little bit.
And not just men, but also women. Elena Sanse is one of those women. She arrived from Guatemala 5 months ago, leaving behind her 3 children, a 12, 10, and 4-year-old. She stands on this corner 7 days a week. Some weeks are better than others. At minimum, she works 3 days a week, making $150 a day.
Hay carros de construcción.
There are construction cars that take us to do some cleaning or other jobs. Even if we don't know how to do the work, we have to say we know out of necessity. In her short time here, she has done every job imaginable, putting down tiles, demolition work, and cleaning homes.
Yo me imaginaba.
I imagined having a normal, permanent job, but it's not possible. And so she has no choice but to be here every morning at 6 a.m., finding a stable job is hard for those here illegally. Waiting to legally obtain working papers, well, that they say is nearly impossible. There's a long wait and a lot of red tape, something these migrants say they can't wait around for. Now, we did speak to some of the men and women off camera, specifically the younger generation, who tell us that back at home, they are professionals. They went to college and got a degree, yet they find themselves begging for a job here in the United States. In Queens, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
And there you have it, man. Some of them got degrees in housework and doing carpentry. and electric and all different avenues of work, man. You know, it's insane how they in their country and they Salakia. Let me turn this thing over. Salakia. Salakia Israel. Salakia. Damn fire alarm. Smoke alarm rather. Got these incense burning. Salakia. But yeah. So that's pretty much what's going on, man. Let me get this last scripture. We're gonna close out. This is Ezekiel chapter 32, verse 15. When I shall make the land of Egypt desolate, right? Because that's what America is known as spiritual Egypt, man. Right? Spiritually Sodom in Egypt, man. Because you got a perverse spirit of homosexuality out here, sodomites, right? That is growing daily. And you have the spirit of Egypt, which we were in slavery in ancient Egypt, and we are in slavery here in modern day Egypt, man. Right? So it says, when I shall make the land of Egypt desolate, and the country, right, shall be destitute of that whereof it was full. So before, this place used to flourish. America used to flourish back in the day, man. Everybody can get a job here. You can live off of one income, right? Food wasn't that expensive, right? You had everything, man. Everything was simple, back in the days, right? Even though it was still a wicked ass country, and it was still destined to be destroyed, but at least people had the will to want to live, man, and want to be here. Now, not so much. It says, when I shall smite all them that dwell therein, then shall they know that I am the Lord. This is the lamentation wherewith they shall lament her, right? Because everybody's about to be in lamentation. Everybody's about to be sorrowful, man, here in America. It says, the daughters of the nations shall lament for her. They shall lament for her, even for Egypt, for all her multitude. Say, if the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. So, yeah, I just wanted to go into that. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, willing to elect was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit of this lesson. Until next time, Israel. Love y'all. The elect. Shalom.